Got some little update here. We went to pick and pull earlier today and got some stuff. We're gathering some, or I'm gathering parts for my Cummins swap, and so I will show you what I got. Oh yes, I did. Went to the pick and pull and I found a probably an 85 or 86 F350 that had a 460 big block and probably a ZF5. Maybe, I don't know what year the ZF5s were put in these trucks, but so I got the pedal and our clutch pedal and brake assembly set up here. I took off the neutral safety switch because I don't care about that. I just wanted this pretty bare. The only thing, of course, I'm going to have is the switch for the brake switch, so the light will come on. And then look, this says manual transmission. So I'm gonna get new pads for this. All this is gonna get cleaned up, and I'm going to de-rustify this. I'm gonna take it all apart, de-rustify and clean it. And this aluminum here is gonna clean up, get the corrosion off of it. Maybe prime it and paint it so it doesn't corrode again. And yeah, it's a little crusty. The truck I pulled it from wasn't rotted out or anything. It just had a lot of rust on bare metal parts, which is pretty typical for any car, because that's just what steel does. It rusts when it's not protected. So anyways, we're going to refurbish this, make it look all nice. It's pretty solid. The bushings in it are still pretty good, so I think we'll probably just throw some grease on there so they move nice and freely and don't squeak or nothing. But this was pretty easy to take out, especially because the people who worked on this truck before me had the steering column all torn out of it. And so I was able to get these 4 nuts out pretty easily. They were a little crusty too. They were 14 millimeter, and then the bastards who put at Ford put a fucking 15 right here. So I'm just like, what the hell? Why the hell would you do that? So I'm gonna get a I should have grabbed the nuts, but I'll get one and just make it all one size, so that's just not gay. Hopefully my truck's, I don't know what my truck has for nuts, but we'll find out. And of course I got a big spring on there to help you push the clutch. Actually I think it's a return spring. I'm not sure. It's not compressed. It moves. I don't know. But yeah, I got that out. It was fairly easy to get out. And I think right here, yeah, there were 2 10 millimeter bolts that came out there. And the people who took the motor and transmission took the clutch. So I didn't have to disconnect that, I just had to disconnect this. So that took 10 minutes just because the bolts were in there pretty good. And this is our floor pan for the transmission shifter. This was off a, I want to say like an 80, probably an 82 F150. It was the same body style and cab and frame and shit, or a bed as my truck, except it was an even lower model than the XL, and it was all original. It was kind of a shame that it was there. It was kind of nice, but this was just sitting there, you know, the shifter coming out of it. I don't remember what train it was. I don't think it was an S-Rod. I think it was like a, it said T19 something on it, but I don't know if that was the actual model or not. But we got that, and that was just held in with a bunch of 8 millimeter screws. And so now I think the next thing is going to be getting a ZF5, which I don't know how hard that's going to be, but I got to look for a 90 and up F150 that I'm gonna find one that has a tranny, and then probably take it out and buy it, inspect it, make sure it can go through all the gears. And if it, happens to have some sort of issue that we see before it actually is put into use, which is that's going to be months from now, we'll probably just maybe take it to a shop and have them, rebuild it or something. It'll probably be cheaper than actually buying a new one from AutoZone and not having a core. So, anyways, that's just a little update for right now. I am starting to collect parts for this swap, and right now this is just for drivetrain stuff because we are going to a manual transmission instead of a automatic. And I like the automatic that's in it, mainly just because it is somewhat rugged and it's been pretty reliable, and since for the time being that I've had it and I haven't had any issues, I've only just changed the fluid and make sure it shifts okay or at the right time, which is it could shift a little later, but we're gonna go to a manual because we want to reduce drivetrain loss, which I think we're gonna probably be 15% instead of 50, whatever that C6 takes out of that engine. And it'll make it a little more reliable. It'll make it simple because it's going to be, just mechanics and not hydraulics. The only thing hydraulic that's going to be on the truck is the power steering, instead of the transmission being hydraulic. So we're going for longevity and MPG and reliability. So yeah, this will be cool. I'm glad to start seeing parts. That looks cool. I'll paint this all out, wire brush that spring. Or actually, I'll just take the spring out. I was thinking about repainting it also. It just looks brand new. So we'll probably do that later this week. I will be going to a different shift at my work. I'm doing more training, so they move temps around. So I'll probably be going to graveyard starting tomorrow night at 11. But I'll be working 11 to 7. Which, if you think about it, is kind of not that bad of a schedule because I can get home, I go to bed, sleep for 5-6 hours, and then I can get up and do stuff during that time period. I don't have to work till 11 that night, so I'm cool with that. I can go to the pick and pull during the day and get stuff for the truck, and now I'm okay with graveyard for right now. And plus, I get paid 30 cents extra, so. Anyways, I'm going to edit this video, which is going to be obvious because I'm ending, whatever. I'm thinking I might install this ahead of time. I don't know. Because at least this would be done, out of the way. I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait, I guess. But we will be doing a video. Excuse me. I'm cleaning this stuff up. I'm gonna wire wheel all this. Get all this grime off and paint it up. Prime and paint. I'm gonna probably clean this garage up so we can run that heater and not have flammable stuff everywhere. Run that heater, get it warm in here, get this metal warm. Get the can of paint warm, we'll paint it black. I do need to look for the shifter boot. This truck didn't have one, and I kind of don't want to use an old Ford one. I want to buy a new one. And probably part of my issue is I don't know, if I move the transmission one way or another, probably gonna have to get moved back 2.5 inches. And if it does that, I want to see how much room, or if that shifter can be moved back a little bit and still seal that hole up. Or can the boot flex a little bit backwards? But we'll have to see. Or if this fucking thing will just mount. If it'll not have to move back. I don't know. Because mounting this engine is different than the 6BT. So if on the 4BT I can keep it at its normal spot, maybe I don't have to move it. But I don't know. I really just figure this stuff out when I get the stuff, and I don't know. I am gonna have to buy an engine hoist. Okay, well, anyways, enough talking. I gotta go. Bye.